Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, guys. Hold on to your seats because there's some serious buzz going around the NFL right now, and it involves one of the most talented young cornerbacks in the league, Trent McDuffie. And yes, it's not just speculation. It's gaining serious traction among insiders and analysts alike. The Kansas City Chiefs, sitting comfortably at 9-4, are reportedly exploring a big trade move that could shake up the entire NFC landscape. And the Bears are right in the middle of this conversation. This isn't just about a player swap. It's about a strategic move that could bolster the Bears' defense and give them that extra edge they've been craving to push deeper into the playoffs and hopefully make a real run at the Super Bowl. So what's going on exactly? Well, the Chiefs, despite their solid record, are facing some issues on their defensive backfield. Their secondary has been allowing around 24 points per game in 2025, which is a bit higher than what you'd expect from a team with Super Bowl aspirations. The Chiefs are considering trading McDuffie, a versatile and highly rated cornerback, in exchange for draft picks and an offensive tackle, a move that would free up approximately $18 million in cap space to bolster their defensive line, which has been dealing with injuries and inconsistent performance lately. This makes a lot of sense when you look at their needs. The Chiefs are trying to rebuild their interior trenches, especially with some key players on the DL dealing with multiple concussions, like Harmon, and needing to shore up their front seven. But the real question is, why would the Bears be interested? Well, if you're a Bears fan, you already know how important a lockdown corner can be in today's NFL. Trent McDuffie, at just 25 years old, is an absolute game changer. In 2025, he's already accumulated 60 solo tackles, 5 interceptions, and 14 pass deflections, with a PFF overall grade of 90. 2, ranking him among the top cornerbacks in the league. His coverage rating is phenomenal, 91.8, putting him in the second-best spot among CBs, and he's allowing just 39% completion on passes thrown his way, which is top 5 efficiency. What that means for the Bears is pretty simple. We'd be adding a player who can shut down their side of the field, especially against top receivers, making it much tougher for offenses to exploit our secondary. And let's not forget the kind of player McDuffie is. He's got a game that's compared to Jair Alexander, a player with elite man and zone coverage skills. His stats are impressive, especially considering he's only 511 and 193 pounds. He's got a knack for making plays, with 4 interceptions in 2025 alone, including a game in Week 10 against the Broncos where he snagged 2 picks. He's also been a consistent force, with around 4.6 tackles per game, 3 forced fumbles, and allowing only about 5.3 yards per target. His ability to cover and create turnovers is exactly what Chicago needs to elevate their defense, especially as we're trying to turn the page and become more competitive in the NFC. Now, why would the Chiefs be motivated to make this deal? Well, aside from freeing up cap space, they're sitting on about $15 million in extra room, and improving their draft position, the Chiefs are also eyeing a potential 3rd consecutive Super Bowl appearance. Odds are still in their favor with around plus 700, but insiders like ESPN's insiders have mentioned some doubts about their depth on the back end. The Chiefs are in a bit of a rebuild mode, trying to stay competitive while managing injuries and roster transitions. McDuffie's age and talent make him a prime asset, especially as they look to strengthen their defense for the long haul. For the Bears, this could be a game changer. Right now, Chicago's secondary ranks 13th in the league with a PFF grade of 73.0, which isn't bad but could be much better. Adding a player like McDuffie, who would immediately upgrade our coverage and shutdown ability, could be the missing piece. Imagine a secondary that can hold opponents to under 20 points per game consistently. That's the kind of defense that wins championships. With McDuffie's addition, the Bears would see a boost in their pass defense metrics, with projections showing a reduction of big plays allowed from 11 down to around 6 per season. That's a significant improvement, and it could help us turn close games into wins more often. And let's talk about the impact on our team's overall strategy. The Bears, currently sitting at 9-4, are looking to solidify their playoff position and push towards a deep postseason run. Our secondary has been a mixed bag, but with someone like McDuffie, who excels in man coverage and has a proven track record of making plays in high-pressure situations, we could see a transformation. His ability to cover top receivers and disrupt their routes would allow our pass rush to get more pressure on the quarterback, which in turn leads to more sacks and turnovers. Chicago's defense, which has already recorded 36 sacks this season, would benefit immensely from having a lockdown corner who can cover for longer and help us close out games. And talking about the big picture, this move could also influence the betting odds for the Super Bowl. Currently, Chicago's odds are around plus 1,200, but if McDuffie joins our roster and helps us shore up the secondary, those odds could improve significantly, maybe even dropping to plus 700 or better. The reason is simple. A stronger defense, especially in the secondary, is one of the most critical factors for playoff success. If our pass defense becomes more formidable, it'll help us win more games, especially against the league's top offenses like the Vikings, whose odds are at plus 950. Now let's take a step back and consider what all of this means for the NFL landscape. The Chiefs, with their championship pedigree and a roster full of talent, are clearly trying to maintain their dominance, but the league is evolving. The AFC is getting tougher with teams like the Bills, Dolphins, and Jets, and the Chiefs know they need to adapt. Trading McDuffie, a rising star and a cornerstone of their future, might seem like a gamble, but it's all about the trenches and building a sustainable winner. The move also signals that Kansas City is willing to make bold decisions to keep their window open, even if it means trading a key player like McDuffie. For the Bears, this potential acquisition is more than just a move, it's a statement. Chicago is investing in their defense, aiming to establish a real identity on that side of the ball. With a young core and a promising season, we're seeing the pieces come together, but adding a player like McDuffie would push us to the next level. His elite coverage, combined with the existing talent on our roster, could turn our secondary into a true shutdown unit. That's exactly what we need to make a playoff push, and who knows, maybe surprise some teams in January. Looking ahead, it's exciting to think about how this could unfold. The NFL trade deadline is approaching, and if the rumors turn into reality, the Bears could be the big winners. Imagine a secondary featuring McDuffie, Jalen Johnson, and Kyler Gordon. That's a group that could make quarterbacks think twice before throwing in our direction. With the pass rush helping out, this could be the foundation of a defense that's tough to beat, especially at Soldier Field, where our fans are known to be some of the most passionate and loud in the league. The potential is huge, and it's a move that could define the direction of Chicago's franchise for years to come. As fans, we've seen the Bears go through ups and downs, rebuilds and moments of promise. But this, if it happens, could be one of those moves that signals a real shift, a new era of dominance and resilience. The idea of pairing a young, talented corner like McDuffie with the right coaching and scheme adjustments could make our defense a nightmare for offenses. And with that kind of boost, our chances of competing for a Super Bowl again become much more realistic. In conclusion, keep an eye on this story because it's not just a rumor anymore. It's shaping up to be a major NFL transaction that could have long-lasting effects. The Bears are in a prime position to capitalize on this opportunity, and with some smart moves, we might be looking at a team that's ready to contend for the title once again. The NFL is unpredictable, but one thing is for sure, the Chicago Bears are making moves, and they're aiming for greatness. So stay tuned, stay hyped, and let's get ready for what could be an exciting second half of the season. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and TO, the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news.